Good morning everyone. It's 8 o'clock and we're on a travel day, and I thought I might take you through a winter travel day. The cold's come out, feeling much better, not got the headache anymore, and we're ready to move on from York, which is Beechwood Grange Caravan and Motorhome Club site in York, and we're moving on today to Edinburgh. So it's a straight northern journey up the A1, and we'll just keep going really until we reach Scotland. So fairly straightforward drive and not too complicated. We have got the iPad, we're using that for our sat nav. Sue's downloaded the instructions from the Caravan and Motorhome Club site onto her phone, so that's easily accessible. And we're now starting the little jobs before we leave the site. We have got grey tanks to empty. We've got the toilet tank to dump. We've also got I'm going to top up the windscreen wash again, because we used quite a bit of that coming up from Ipswich to York the other day. Well, that's it really. Just get the van turned around. We haven't opened the blinds yet. Sue's still in the washroom. So we'll take you with us. Well, we're emptying the tanks. There's the grey water emptying. And now I'm going to go and do this little chap, and I won't take you through that. And we've got all Ethel hitched up and ready to go. And now we're leaving Beechwood Grange and heading towards Edinburgh. All ready?
Yeah, you just got to check that route's right.
Lovely, I'll check the route and then we'll be on our way. Now we're all hitched up. Sue's just taken the electronic key back for the barriers, and I've got Joe and Sheila behind me, and there's our rear view mirror. You can see Ethel and then a motorhome behind her, and Sue's just coming back, so we'll get on the road. Well, we stopped at along the A1 here at Alnwick. There was one or two lay-bys. It was quite busy, so we picked this one. So it was literally a lay-by on the side of the A1. Just made a cup of tea, cleaned the windows, and actually I haven't cleaned that one there. I'll do that before we go. So I'm having a job seeing out of the rear view camera and the mirrors. Sort of drizzly rain on the way up here, and the roads have been salt because of the threat of ice, so it's a bit messy and a bit mucky. So cleaned the back lights on Ethel and the motorhome, and we're almost ready to go now. So and we've got how many miles to go? 88 to go to Edinburgh, so another couple of hours really. Should be there, so we'll see you there. Well, we've arrived at the Edinburgh Caravan and Motorhome Club site, and Ethel is looking rather grubby. So we have to wipe her down on the front there, make sure the lights are all visible. Here we are on pitch number 80 at the far end of the site, Site is split into two, and one half of the site this time of year isn't used. We'll take you over there to have a look in a little while. Whilst on this winter tour, we were prepared for every eventuality, and you can see the winter covers from the fridge and freezer have been removed. It's 11 degrees Celsius here, and there's no need for winter covers when it's that warm. In fact, the fridge started to overheat, so we've had to keep an eye on that, and we will do throughout the week. Well, I've come on to the bit of the Edinburgh Caravan and Motorhome Club site that's somewhat abandoned. For good reason. It's winter, and they only open half the site in winter, which is very clever of them, because they couldn't, I suppose, fill all of the pictures over winter, but the other half is really quite well used and well organised. So fewer wardens are needed, I guess, and it's much easier to manage with one half of the site open and one closed. But as you can see, this is a beautifully laid out site, well worthy of being the capital city of Scotland. Edinburgh, fabulous. It matches your expectation, really. Lovely. Can't say more than that. And the empty half, as it were, has its own facilities block over there, which is all locked up and secure. No doubt they've turned the water off so it doesn't freeze. And down the bottom here in the summer months, it looks like they have a tent area with a space for another warden down here. By the road just here, you probably hear cars driving past, but it's only a country road, so it's not a main access road into the city or anything like that. But coming round to the far end of the site here, we're at the entrance to the doggy walk, which remains open 9 till 5 during the winter for security reasons. And we're just going to wander amongst the trees for a couple of minutes. I've seen some dreaded squirrels, and my two little doggies here. They will have spotted them at least 10 seconds before me. But here we go. Through the little doggy walk. Down the little path. And as you can see, the tent area here is closed off as well. Clearly the club don't want us walking our dogs on the tent area, which is lovely. Slightly sloping, perfect for tents. And through the gate. Into the doggy walk. Says in the southeast corner is situated a 250-year-old beech tree, where under its spreading branches local rumour has it that Robbie Burns wrote a famous poem, "My love is like a red rose." It's also been suggested that Bonnie Prince Charlie hid in the wood from the English before making this escape across the Forth Road Bridge to England. It also goes on to say that the wood is of the last remaining natural habitats of the haggis, true native of Scotland, and now contains up to 20 breeding pairs of the shy creatures. So a little bit of fun there as well. We're on the main part of the site here now, the facilities block just here. And we're round the corner. We're not far from the water and chemical waste point here, and just parked over here. And there's Bertie and Ethel. next to Sheila and Joe's van, Donnie, over there.